This is Jermel Howard, aka Shamik, from the Luke Cage Marvel Show, aka Brains from Power, aka Zoe from the new Purge movie, and I'm chilling here with the Progress Report. Y'all better know what the progress is.
The Progress Report.
Alright, what's your girl Lala Shepherd checking in? This is the Progress Report. Today I am honored to be in the presence of Mr. Jermel Howard. You've seen him in Power, Luke Cage, Orange is the New Black, the most recent, The Purge, First Purge, correct?
The First Purge.
Episode of Law and Order too, right?
A bunch of those, yeah.
Okay, cool beans. How are you?
I'm wonderful, great. Any day you wake up breathing is a great day.
That's right, that's
Nowadays,
right.
you know.
Straight up. So where you from?
From New York. I'm from Long Island, New York. Freeport, Hempstead, north. Basically the urban part.
Right, got you.
Of Long Island.
Okay, so talk about coming up in Long Island.
It was cool because it wasn't a lot of opportunity. You know, so yeah, so I was the type of person that I would take like my last $20 and jump on a train and hit the city and stand in front of record labels and different things and just try to get found. So it wasn't much going on, but I was like a real talented dude into the music back then. So I was, doing talent shows and different things like that. And coming up with a group of the bad boys.
Right. What type of music?
It was hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into acting then?
I started in music, and what happened was I was on tour. I was signed to it's like a subsidiary of Terror Squad. And Fat Joe's uncle was my manager, and what happened? We was on tour. I wasn't really making no money.
Okay.
And I was on tour and opening up for him, and I met a dude backstage that said, "Yo, you got a good look. You should try to do the acting thing." And I really never thought about really pursuing it. I knew I can do acting, but I never thought about pursuing it until you mentioned it. And I was like, I'm gonna give that a shot. And I found an open casting for a Burger King commercial.
Okay.
And I booked it. And I called. He was like, "Hit me if you book something on the open, and I'll plug you to somebody." But he wanted me to actually book something first.
Right.
And I booked it. Yeah. So I booked it, and I called him like, "Yo, I booked something. Yeah, it's crazy." And he hit me like, "Yo, okay, I'm gonna send you on a couple things and see if it worked." But the first 4 things that I auditioned for, I booked, and he was like, "Nobody did that before, so maybe you're supposed to be doing this."
Interesting. Now you said you knew you could act. How did you know?
I mean, me and my brothers was like clowns all the time. If we take a camera and act the fool in front of the camera and do little skits and movies over, and then play it for my mom before, at like Christmas or something, we'd play all this stuff. Yeah, when we was together.
Yeah. Okay, now that's awesome because sometimes people get stage fright. You know what I mean? But
that's something I actually teach people how to break out of.
Okay.
That's it's just about finding a focal point. Once you learn how to find a focal point, you get rid of the fear.
Right.
Because nothing else exists. If that makes sense. Like in an audition, it could be 2 people, it can be 7 people across the panel, and you have to go in and actually zone everything out, and it's just you and a reader. And so you just pick a focal point. You might not even want to pick a focal point on the reader. It might be, the spot on her forehead or his forehead or, any spot. And then once you do that, you kind of like zone out and cut off your peripheral vision.
Okay. So how difficult is it to memorize a line or a script?
It's very difficult depending on how many pages you got and how long you got to do it. I get calls a day before sometimes, and I have to. Yeah, they'd be like, "Tomorrow I'll be in L.A. and here."
Okay.
Yeah, so I mastered a technique that helped me kind of cram everything in fast. So I read with myself. I record everybody's. All the other parts,
Makes
and
sense.
then I play it back and then read with myself.
Right.
And that actually helps me cram everything in fast.
Okay. So discuss some actors that you perhaps looked up to, and then you can discuss musicians as well too, since you have a background in music that you looked up to growing up and coming up.
Yeah. Denzel was like my favorite actor. You know, of course, he was like my top one actor. So I studied a lot of his movements and things that he did and techniques that he used. And like one thing he said that he doesn't, you know, everybody's trying to find out where you get your style from. And he's like, I don't really have a style. My style is that I take a piece from everybody. You know, everyone he's came in touch with that he liked how they were, he'd say, I like that style, I like that. He'd take a piece of everybody and made his style, you know. So I learned that from him, watching him. I'm a big Forest Whitaker fan.
Okay,
you know, Forest Whitaker is one of my favorite actors. Don Cheadle is one of my favorite actors. You know, Idris Elba, who I kind of like him. I kind of like modeled my career in that direction. You know, if you know what I mean. Like when I was coming up, when I first was coming up, I used to watch, you know, things he did and how he moved interviews and stuff. So to see, you know, his focus and how he handled himself, and kind of modeled my career after somebody, you know, a couple of them people, good dudes, good people first, and good actors.
Definitely. Talk about the importance of, you know, black media and culture on a mainstream basis, you know, not just on TV, but just on the internet and things of that nature. I feel like right now we're in a great space where we're getting so much more of that, but just talk about that. Yeah,
man, it's important because, like, right now I'm in a position where I came to Atlanta, and if not for, you know, black media, the word wouldn't get out. I couldn't connect the dots. So, you know, a lot of people, when they see me, they like, yeah, I went to school with you. Oh, nah, you probably know me from Power. You know what I'm saying? I played Brains on Power. And they, oh yeah, that's right. You know, but it's important for us to be able to, for me to be able to connect the dots, and our media is one that will pick it up faster and support. You know what I'm saying? So we getting that support from our own is very important. You know, so I'm always for my black media outlets, my African American people that support me, you know, and I support. I'm a big supporter. You know, black, everybody will tell you, like, we'll pull up. You be like, yo, listen, we had a thing. Can y'all come to it? We there. You know,
Take these and go knock on that door up there. Somebody come to the door, holler at them long enough so you can peek inside. You don't see nobody, give us a nod, all right?
Thank you, Angela.
Told you the little nigga knew what he was doing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, say something, I'll blow your motherfucking head off.
Leave him alone.
Take us to the fucking safe now. Take the cell phone. His little ass say anything wrong, you kill him.
You played the hell out of that shit, yo. Sorry about the punch. I had to make it look real, you know what I'm saying? Get up. You stay down here and keep quiet. When you see me go upstairs, you get out of here. We meet up later. Doing good, man.
Just go. I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey, yo, nigga, what the fuck? Get off her.
You worry about the loot.
Tell him to stop.
I really wish you didn't just stay there.
Oh, no. Please, I won't say anything.
Yo, where'd he go?
So since you brought up Power, have you been keeping up with, you know, just what's been going on?
Yes.
So what do you think about Tyriq's decision making right now?
Tyriq, it's funny because before I got on the show, people used to be like, I hate Tyriq. You need to do this and they need to kill him. And soon as I got on the show and I start chasing him around, I was trying to kill him. Everybody on Twitter went crazy. It went viral. Like, leave Tyriq alone. Stop. Like, oh, now leave him alone.
Exactly.
So, his decision making, you know, they got him kind of like he's in a position where I'm familiar with it though. I have a lot of brothers, so I seen a few bad decisions, and I seen some just shaky decision making from brothers before. So it's familiar to me, and not not that extreme.
Yeah.
But it is familiar to me, and it's just that how it's structured, like guidance wise, Ghost ain't really around like that. He's there, but he isn't around like that, which is the case in a lot of families. The men there, and somebody got to work, somebody got to get to the money, but in doing that, it's still going to be some time that you're not really there to mold and be there for every decision. But on the other side of that, if you are, then that you actually molding them to become you. They have to make their own decisions to become their own person too at the same time.
Right, gotcha. So what's been your most memorable role and why? That's a good question. My most memorable. I like this role of playing Zoe. I think it gave me more room to become the character throughout the movie, and people to identify and get comfortable with the character. Right.
And they allowed me to be to fall into the character. The director allowed me, he gave me freedom to fall into however I seen the character fit. Gotcha. So when I gave him what I thought Zoe should be, and he was like, I like that, own that, stay there. Like, at one point, we hopped out the vans, and then we hopped back in. I was telling him, watch this, I was just giving him signs, and he was like, okay. And then he was like, Lieutenant, that's like a lieutenant. He's like, own that. So that's probably one of my favorite roles that I've played.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Discuss the set life. What is it like? How's the food? How's the people? How's the atmosphere?
Dangerous. The food is dangerous. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Food is dangerous because you got a truck that pulls up and they will make you anything you want. What I'm saying? So I'm a fat boy there, so I pull up and I'm like, eggs, give me some eggs, turkey bacon. I got like 5 eggs. My pile of food is like a pile of food. So it's dangerous, but it's good. It's good. Yeah, you get carried because they'll make you anything you ask for. Yeah. So it's good, and the set life is something that I'm home when I'm on the set. You know what I'm saying? So it's when I'm away, it's like I'm nervous, and I like to when I'm on set, it's like I'm home. I'm supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I kind of like it's a place that I love to be. That's my favorite place to be.
Got you. So let's briefly talk about The Purge.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if that really, occurred in real life? If we got just one day just to...
First of all, I think that they're a lot more... It's a lot more smarter people than we probably give
I'm sure.
So I think that more banks would be hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just people making it about murder and crazy. I think we would probably be a little smarter and start hitting banks and hitting stores like that. If I was organizing something and it was legal, I'm going to the banks.
I feel you. I'd be right there with you.
I ain't going to nobody I got beef with. I ain't gonna forget all of that. Let's go get this money.
True.
So I think that being in the state that we at right now with the president, with this dude. So I feel like everybody actually looking at it like this could be possible. And I've had people tell me like, yo, listen, why y'all doing a movie like that and putting that idea in people's head?
No, absolutely, for real.
Yeah, I get it though. I get it. It's a crazy idea. To be able to do all crimes for 12 hours is bananas.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what would you do?
It's a great question. I mean, every time I watch a Purge movie, I ask myself that. But like you said, I would definitely go to a financial institution. That would be my first,
Let's get this money.
I'm not thinking about my enemies. I'm trying to,
you know what I mean? Absolutely.
Trying to build.
Trying to get to the money.
Exactly. So, going back to hip hop, because the Progress Report, we love to talk about hip hop and all that good stuff. Yeah. So name your top 5 favorite albums of all time.
Ooh.
I know that's tough. I know.
Yeah, all right. Can I just name the people? Because
I
might not remember the name of the album.
That's fair.
Top 5. Okay. First of all, Illmatic. Is top one. I know that album.
Okay.
On like the back of my hand.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Illmatic. I'm gonna have to say Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Jay-Z. Life After Death. Biggie.
Okay.
You said top 5?
Top 5.
That's hard.
I know, but you're doing good. You did 3 so far. You got 2 more slots.
Okay.
2 more.
2 more. Whoa. 2 more. Okay. I'm gonna have to go with All Eyes on Me.
Okay.
Pop. That
You're
last
being
line.
safe right now.
Well,
He's
yeah.
being real safe.
I'm just saying.
I got
This
you.
is what's in my playlist.
Okay, that's fair.
This
That's
is
cool.
literally in my playlist.
Got you. Okay.
The last spot, I'm gonna give it to. I mean, can we get like time zones? Like, all right.
I mean,
now then.
that's fair, but I asked for the top 5. I know it's tough, but you just gotta just name the one more.
It's like LeBron James, Michael Jordan. It's like now then, no.
Nah.
All right.
Do 5.
So maybe I'm gonna give it to. Man, I'm gonna say Face.
Okay.
Scarface.
Okay.
Scarface.
You went with the legends there.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Face. I'm a classic dude.
I see that. You from New York, so I really didn't expect nothing less. When you told me where you was from, I'm like, I already knew what it was gonna be. So that's fair.
No, don't get it twisted. Like, well, Face is, so that's he's not from New York.
Texas.
Like,
I mean, I feel you.
So
I feel you.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm just a fan of just
hip
hop, thick content,
right.
lyrical things that mean
Understood.
something, and those guys, they did it, man. They did it, and that's why albums are classic. If you look now, you can't really say that hear a lot of classic albums. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear albums, it's like, oh, he had a joint, that was alright. And then most of the times, they're not even doing albums.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, where is it? What albums is hot right now? But I'm a Drake fan.
Yeah.
I like
Drake is
Drake.
dope.
I like Drake.
What about Nipsey Hussle? You hip to him?
I like Nipsey,
Okay.
but I don't get a lot of his music.
Understood.
Like I don't hear it. It don't hit my ear.
That's
I
what
don't,
you're saying.
So
Gotcha.
when I'm just listening to radio or listening to I don't get it.
Right.
I hear a lot of it, but I like when I do hear it. I like it.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. So that's my.
That was a tough question, right?
It was a tough question because people be criticizing me on, oh, you don't like this,
right?
Like,
I think you gave a silent. I think you gave a silent 5.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you the same question, but only in reference to movies. What's your top 5 favorite movies?
Top 5 favorite movies? Okay. All right. Training Day. I'll go sci-fi. I love Underworld. That's the vampire werewolf
I know what
movie.
you're talking about.
Contact with Jodie Foster. It's about a extraterrestrial sending a message to Earth and telling her to build something for them to communicate. It was too deep. I'm a big nerd when it comes to science.
Got you. Okay.
You know, so Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah.
Classic. That's one of my favorite movies. Belly.
Yep. Yeah.
Belly.
Shout out to Belly. Classic.
Yes,
For
classic.
Sure. For sure.
Free my boy DMX.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how many is that?
That was 5.
That was 5?
Yeah, it go by so quick.
Come on, I
know.
didn't get the Black Panther.
I know. Let's see.
What about top
I know.
7?
Go ahead if you
All
got
right,
some
so Black
favorites.
Panther.
Okay. Yes.
Black Panther and I like Scarface. So that as far as like my top.
That's fair.
Yeah, those are movies that could play and I could just
Over and
be like,
over.
all right, it's on again, and I could watch it like it ain't never. Right.
Are you hip to the TV show on Netflix called Black Mirror? You say you was into sci-fi. You should check it out. So our show here is called The Progress Report. We talk about progression and getting better and things like that. So how would you define the word progress?
Like you said, getting better. Like I started in learning. Like people don't grow from what they learn, and there's a problem with that. Especially with the young boys. That's what they doing right now. A lot of people don't grow from what they learn. So I've came from a point where I was in the street a lot. A lot of people say, "Hey, brother, I'm a product of my environment."
Right.
You're more a product of your decision. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from the hood too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of learning something and growing with what you learn, not just taking something you learn and just ignoring that whole situation. Now, if I'm driving down the street and I hit a pothole, I'm not going to be like, I know there's a pothole there.
Right.
And then tomorrow hit the pothole knowing I know. I learned that it was there, but I didn't use the information to grow.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And a lot of people stuck in that rut right there. So I believe that to say progress is to embody all of that. You know, so we just have to learn and grow with what we learn.
Definitely, man. So just lastly, a couple of more questions. What advice would you give to just people that, like you just said, might be in an unfortunate situation and they might not think it's hope for them and things like that coming up? Yeah,
just focusing on something. You know, I think that it's important to like I told, for instance, and I'll get personal, like I told my mom, like my mother is at a point where she felt like, you know, she can't do nothing else and she's older and listen, all that's irrelevant.
Right.
When you focus on something that you want to do or love to do and you put 100 in it, don't put 20. See, people think, I put the 20% in. Yeah, but I looked for a job yesterday. Today is today. Yes, yesterday was yesterday.
Right.
When you're trying to do something, if you're not putting 120% into it, you are not going to get anything out of it.
It's true.
You know, and you have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because in this game, like I've had more no's than yes.
Of course.
You know, so I can have 5 no's and the 6 yes. And if I'd stopped on 5, I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have got the 6. You know. So you have to be able to move through people saying no, through the adversity, people saying it can't happen, or you even fighting yourself. Because a lot of people is really fighting the war with themselves. They don't want to get up. They don't want to go harder. There's 100. And I speak from an experience that I see people in my circle and family and stuff doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see that it's nothing stopping them but them.
Right.
You know, and I could see potential in people. And it's like, if you're not 100% sure you can do it, why would I think you can do it?
Absolutely.
You know? So I have to, at some point, you have to disconnect with people that don't want to do it for themselves. So
Right.
if you believe in something, go at it 120% because that's going to make other people believe in it with you. And then things start to open up. The universe start to align things. You start to meet people that's doing the same thing, and things will start to open up. And you got to be consistent. You know?
Absolutely. That was a great answer, man.
Thank you.
Nicely put. So what's next for you?
Next right now, I'm up for a superhero role, God willing, inshallah. Right? Right now is I'm up against some big people, but that's one thing. I got a few other things that I'm reading for, and this right now is about pushing the purge. I'm writing something too as well. I wrote a film called Blame It on the Hustle. They got Ving Rhames and Makai Pfeiffer in it,
Nice.
and a couple other people in it. So that's moving to production with them, and then it's just all about pushing this purge right now.
Right.
We had 100 million in sales.
Right.
Get in the theaters and watch the movie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, it's definitely been a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks so much for supporting the Progress Report.